As you all know, I am ridiculously hyped for Insomniac's Spider-Man 2. It's my second most anticipated game of the year, and I've been a massive Spider-Man fan for well over 2 decades at this point. So today I wanted to take all of my hype and excitement for the game and go over a few things, basically just my ultimate wish list, and just list off everything that I really hope to see in this game. So without wasting any time, let's just get straight to the point. One thing I really love about Spider-Man is when his suit gets absolutely wrecked. I think Raimi did such an awesome job of this, and I really love wearing the damaged classic suit in the first game during the Raft Escape mission and the helicopter mission. It just fits so well with certain parts of the story, so I'm really hoping that in Spider-Man 2 we get to see a damaged advanced suit and a few other variants. I'd love to see a damaged websuit too, and of course another version of the damaged classic suit. We know in Spider-Man 2 that we will be getting variants to different suits, or certain suits, like the same suit but maybe in a different colour, style, and stuff like that. I'd love to see a bunch of these suits have damaged variants, and that brings me to number 2. Obviously, as everyone knows, we are finally getting the symbiote suit in Spider-Man 2, so we can assume that we will get a few other symbiote suits in the game too, such as a comic book black suit, possibly the Raimi symbiote suit if we beg enough, and more. But what I'd love, and quite honestly I don't think that this will happen, but hey, it's a wish list, I can wish for it, right? I would love if every single costume got a symbiote variant. Now this would blow my mind, but again I highly doubt that it will happen, since it would probably be a hell of a lot of work for Insomniac, and judging from the first game, we're already going to have a ton of suits in the game in the first place, but it's still something that I would absolutely love to see. Look, as much as I love Miles Morales, I really hope that this game mostly focuses on Peter for like 95% of it. It's his sequel, and I hope that he doesn't get overshadowed by Miles. Of course, I'm very happy that we can play as Miles and that he will be a big part of the game. I do think that we'll have to fight Symbiote Peter as Miles, and I'm super hyped to do that, but I still hope that this feels like Peter's game, not a Miles Morales game, if that makes sense. Just a quick one to note there. And I think I speak for everyone when I say we're really hoping to see a bunch of villains that we didn't get to see in the first game, such as Mysterio, Chameleon, Sandman especially since he's one of my favourites, Morbius, which I'm actually hoping will be its own horror-like DLC, even Jackal and Molten Man, and a few others. But I would love to see the return of some villains too. I'd love to see a mission and maybe a cutscene of Spider-Man visiting Doc Ock in the raft. Of course I want the return of a Shocker so we can have the 90s animated series scene with the symbiote, and I'm really hoping for some teasers too. The first game and Miles Morales both did an amazing job of teasing Green Goblin, Kraven and Venom, and in this game I really hope to see more teasers to Green Goblin and my favourite villain of all time, Carnage. Now this one is kind of weird, so let me explain. We know that the map is clearly going to be a lot bigger in this game, which is great, but considering we're going to be fighting the Lizard in this game, I'd actually love to see an entire underground sewer system or an underground train system that we can actually swing through. I just think it would add a lot more to the map. You can have some thugs hiding down there, and of course it just expands the map even further. I know it's a very weird thing, but I'm personally really hoping for it, even though I don't actually think it will be in the game. In my personal opinion, both Miles Morales and Spider-Man had really lacking side content. The only noticeable side missions in my opinion in both of these games was the Spider-Man cat mission in Miles Morales and the Tombstone mission in Spider-Man. I really hope that Insomniac have stepped it up for Spider-Man 2, giving us actual side quests instead of just tiny little missions that can be beat in 5 minutes. Maybe it's because I mostly play RPGs, so I'm used to long side content. I don't know, I'm just really hoping for more this time around. Now, one thing I straight up was massively disappointed in Spider-Man was its DLC. It was extremely short. I absolutely hated that Hammerhead and his crew started using Sable gear. Not everybody needs a mech suit, and I'm kind of worried about this coming into the sequel. We know that Kraven will use these weird robotic animals, and I just hate the look of it, honestly. Just let Kraven be a hunter, he doesn't need all of this tech and gear. If Kraven becomes a cyborg like Hammerhead did, I'm going to be very disappointed. I think like everybody else, really want to see some new swinging animations. Now, it has been confirmed by Insomniac that there will be new swinging animations, but I still wanted to just throw it into the list because I was kinda upset to not see any new swinging animations in the gameplay reveal, and I guess that makes sense. They want to keep it a secret, and this is just how Peter and Miles swing. But it would be cool to see just a few more animations thrown into their usual way of swinging, right? I think it definitely improved in Miles' game, but it still gets a little repetitive after a while seeing the same like 10 animations over and over and over again. So I'm hoping to see a big improvement in the sequel. Now, the first Spider-Man game easily has one of the best Spider-Man and video game stories that I've ever had the pleasure to experience. I was genuinely sad when I finished the game, and I really want Spider-Man 2 to feel the exact same way. I'm hoping that the story here really grabs my full attention and sucks me in, just like the first one. One of the best things about the first game is simply the fact that it actually made you feel like Spider-Man, and I'm praying that the sequel does that job too. But that is my wish list. That's pretty much everything I'm hoping for in the game. It's not a lot, but that's everything. Let me know your biggest hopes for this game in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, I kindly ask that you leave it a like and consider subscribing to support myself and the channel. We would love to have you join our little community. Lastly, as always, a big massive thank you to our channel members. You guys are truly amazing. Thank you so much for your continued support. But with all of that said and done, thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you next time. Peace.